What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we unfortunately got some tragic news in regards to UFC 311. If you haven't heard by now, Arman Sarukian is out of the main title fight against Islam Makhachev. He is out. He apparently got a back injury while weight cutting. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I know what that means, but that's not why we're here, right? Who could give a shit if Arman is out or not? Well, let's get to why we're all here. The guy stepping in Arman's place to take on Islam Makhachev in the Intuit Dome tomorrow in LA at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Renato, show me the money, Moicano. Now, I know what you're thinking. I saw the MMA community's reaction was somewhat mixed on this. Half of you were pretty excited and geeked that, Moicano is stepping up, and that's cool. And the other half, you guys are kind of disappointed. This is going to be another throwaway fight for Islam. He's going to go out there, submit Moicano, knock him out, whatever, within the first or second round. Similar to how he did Dan Hooker or Charles Oliveira and everybody else he fucking fought. And in case if you were curious, Beneil Dariush is off the card. I'm sorry for the one or two Beneil fans. You won't be able to see your guy fight this weekend, but don't worry. I'm sure they'll give him a good fight coming up. Anyways, let's get back to the fight. Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano. Now, if you recall in my last video where I talked about Islam versus Arman, I predicted Islam to beat the shit out of Arman. For a lot of reasons. One, I just think Islam is a lot better. And the fact that Arman struggled against Charles is just a big tell. But two, the big thing I talked about was how short Arman was compared to Islam. I think in the Volk and Islam fights, Islam showed that he has great success striking against guys that are smaller than him. A lot of success doing that. And Arman was a lot smaller than him. I feel like the knees up the middle and the kicks would be there for Makhachev all fight. But now he went from fighting a smaller, more explosive guy to a taller, longer, more... shit. Would it be appropriate to call Moicano methodical? I don't know. But he's fighting a taller guy. And honestly, I think that's going to give Islam a lot of issues. I know I sound crazy. Sock, how the fuck do you think Renato's going to win if you think Arman was going to get beat bad? Well, it's kind of, I don't know, guys. It's the element of surprise, Renato said he was training for 5 rounds. He also mentioned that he trained for a southpaw as well because he knew an opportunity like this may present itself. And you know what? I'm taking his word for it. I really, really am. I'm trusting that Renato really did spend a whole camp in the back of his head thinking about Islam Makhachev. I would really hope so. But the big thing is, I really don't think Islam Makhachev spent his entire camp with Renato Moicano in the back of his head, if that makes sense. And there's a fair argument he doesn't fucking need to. He could come in there short notice and smoke this guy. Jalen Turner dropped this guy, Islam can drop this guy. Not to diss on Jalen Turner or anything, but, I'm telling you, I think the height from Moicano and the fact that he's coming into dog, like he's going to be a dog in there. He knows this is realistically his only chance to win the belt. Because let's be honest, was he going to make it to a title fight? We don't know that 100%. Yes, he had the momentum going with him, but we just do not know if he would have made it to that point. Because he probably would have had to go through a Poirier, a Gaethje, an Oliveira, and Arman even to get to that point. But now he has a perfect opportunity to jump on it. And I think he is aware of his situation. He seems to be a self-aware guy, knows how to sell himself and all that. So I think he's going to go out there and make it dirty, make it ugly. Dog Islam Makhachev out. I think the striking will be mainly on Islam's side, but I don't think it'll be as one-sided as it has been for other fights Islam has been in. Like I said, I think the length and height of Renato is going to really give Islam trouble. Because he's not like Dan Hooker. Renato actually does have some kind of ground game. It may not be a lot, and it may not be what Islam has trained for, but it's something. It's submission heavy, I feel like. And, what are the odds he catches Islam in something, or he cracks Islam with something and catches him in a fluke KO or a fluke guillotine or something? The more I say it, the more I realize this is going to happen, right? Like I said, it's probably going to go down similar to the Oliveira or Dan Hooker fight, if I had to guess. But you know what? I think if anybody could do this on this short of notice, it's Renato Moicano. He's the one to do it. I've said this before with Volkanovski in the Volk v Islam 2 fight, and I got my heart broken. But I don't think Renato's going to do that to me. I think Moicano's here for the fucking money, and I think he doesn't give a fuck, and I think he's going to get the job done. You know, I'd like to throw it in there. I just watched their weigh-ins and their face-off, Renato and Islam. Renato looks ready. Islam, you know, Islam looks like Islam, but he didn't seem as locked in as he normally is. Like I said, I'm probably coping really fucking hard here, but I don't know, guys. I'm getting a really good feeling on Moicano. I'm getting a very good feeling. I think he could do it. Like I said, his striking isn't better than Islam's, but the length and reach will help him. His grappling isn't better than Islam's, but his long limbs and submission, offense and defense will help him. And plus, the final thing, he's got that dog in him, Renato Moicano. So does Islam. But I think if Moicano just goes fucking balls to the wall in the first couple of rounds, he could take Islam out. That's really what I think. And not just out as in he'll get him out of there. He can take him out. Like, fucking kill him. I'm just fucking kidding, guys. But in all seriousness, I really do have some weird delusional faith in Renato Moicano. I think Moicano can fucking do it. Either way, I will say if Moicano loses this, we got to get Moicano versus Paddy the Baddy. I started choking on my spit there. But anyways, yeah, I just think this fight is going to be a lot harder for Islam than what it would have been. Renato just poses a completely different kind of challenge than what Arman brings in. So, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable in my pick with Renato Moicano. I'm going to go with, Moicano via TKO in the 3rd round. I know that is batshit crazy, but I'm going to throw $5 on it. So, yeah, Moicano, I am showing you the money. Now it's time for you to show me the money. Okay. Alright guys, that is going to be it for today. I just wanted to make a quick update video in regards to my picks. So make sure to comment down below. Let me know, what do you think about this main event change? Does Moicano even have a chance to win this fight? What percentage would you give him? And if Moicano does pull it off, how does he do it? That's something I'm really curious to see. How do you guys think Moicano can pull this off? And if you don't think Moicano should have been put in there, what do you suggest the UFC should have done? Should they have pulled the card? Pulled the fight? Should they have just straight up gotten a different fighter altogether? Should they have called Volk, Diego Lopez? A lot of different people they could have called, but they settled on Moicano. So I'm just curious to see what the MMA community thinks about all of this. And yeah, make sure to add me on Twitter too. I am going live for the main card of UFC 311 here on YouTube and on X as well at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notification bell, or follow me on Twitter, ideally both. And yeah, we could talk shit about fights together. So, yeah, that's really all I got, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.